mistakes with the ummy, but we're also going to talk about the forward and back ummy. Stay with me because we're going somewhere with this. It's leading into some other stuff. So, if you are brand new to the ummy, or brand new to BellyDance, you need to check out my YouTube page. There's loads of other videos that you can watch first that might be more suitable. And also on my website, there are complete courses for beginners to advanced, and all the fusion classes as well, where you learn with us, with the students, with me, as if you was really in the studio. So that is something, if you're interested in being really good, that's what you need to do. Otherwise, let's go back to this. So you're going to warm up nice and slowly first. Make sure you're warm before you come to this, and then come back. Okay, so in the previous video, we talked about the figure of eight series, when we did lots of figure of eights and lots of different styles of figure of eights. And in this series, we're talking about hip circles. And in particular, at the moment, we're working on ummies. So this is the ummy, and it's your interior hip circle. The previous video breaks down the basic ummy with no frills, completely from the beginning. So go and have a look at that first, if you're brand new to it, and then come back. We're going to talk about, in this video, before we get started, a few mistakes, common mistakes that we can make with the ummy. First mistake is that it's too big, right? So it's too big and there's no shape, yeah? Too big meaning jerking, and there's nothing interior about it. Interior means muscular. In my school, in Mr. BellyDance, we focus on interior movements, if it's an interior movement, which means really utilizing the muscles rather than the skeleton, okay? So there's exterior circles, which are more skeletal, and then there's interior hip circles, which are more muscular, okay? So we're going to look at the muscular version. So if you're trying to do a muscular version, you don't want to be having your hips wide and all over the place. This is a common thing that I see when people first try to learn the ummy. The second thing is that you're not getting any muscular contraction or lifting through the muscles to get any shape. Okay, so that's the third thing. There's quite a few things. Where do we begin? Legs. I see a lot of people gripping with the legs. The legs are too tight, they're too tense. If your legs are tight or your body is tense, it's really impossible to dance with freedom and flow and grace because you're fighting everything that you're trying to achieve. It's like you're having a battle with yourself, right? So the challenge, and it is a challenge, is to be engaged and relaxed. Engaged and relaxed versus tense, yeah? We speak about this a lot in my school, we do a lot of workshops on it, we talk about it in great detail. But for the purpose of this video, let's just try to give you the gist of it, right? So the legs want to be relaxed. So just have a little go, really relaxing your legs for me, making the legs go forward and back, as in the thighs are scissoring in this action, like levers, yeah? Okay, and the feet are firmly on the floor. I see a lot of people too far forward in the balls of the feet, and a lot of people too far back. So then you're here, and then, ooh, hey, nothing's gonna work. Okay, so come back to this position. So these are the common mistakes. The other mistake is that there's jerking or locking or grinding in the hip. Too big, far too big. Make it smaller and more muscular, okay? And then there's the breath. I also see a lot of things moving with the chest, and the chest moving too much, or the shoulders moving too much, or tension and gripping, and people start to seize up, okay? And generally when you're learning something new, we tend to seize up anyway, so we need to try to, again, find how to be relaxed and engaged throughout the movement rather than being tense and fighting, okay? So let's go. So those are the common mistakes. And so now, let's try to avoid the common mistakes and dance with freedom, with grace, with precision, and with breath. You have to breathe, right? So, if you're brand new to the ummy, as I said before, you're going to need to go and watch the basic ummy video first, and then come back and see me. Let's quickly go over it, just for a couple reps. So around and around, and around and around. Remember, if you're a more advanced dancer, I want you to think about engaging into your lower abdominals as you do the ummy. And there's a reason for this, and it will come later. So it's not the rule that you have to always do ummies with lower abdominal contraction. You could do it with upper abdominal contraction or the whole thing. But I'm going somewhere with it. So for the purpose of this series, for the moment, try to keep it in your lower abdominals. And see how much shape you can draw in your hips. So tap 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's reverse it. Round, 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 round. And ummy, 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 ummy. So if you like the music, if you can hear it, it's by Tribal from the Trap. Lots of really, really awesome music by Tribal from the Trap. Check out their YouTube page. There's also quite a lot of music videos of me inside them as well. So my company, Mahira Girls, in the music videos on YouTube, so check that out. And the music is available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, everywhere. And there's a Facebook page, so check it out. Now, we're rolling the hips, rolling the hips, rolling the hips. Okay. Now, let's get into the move, which is the forward and back dummy. I would like you to get yourself in the middle. Think of passing your head with your hips. Okay? Your hips go forward, and they go back. And they go forward, and they go back. And they go forward, and they go back. Okay? Try not to do this. It's not the same thing. Okay, arms out, I'm really away from the mirror and forward. So just in case you can't see my feet now that I've stepped away, my feet are flat on the floor. Make sure that as you go back and forth, your toes and your heels are not lifting. Keep the feet flat on the floor. Forward and back, forward and back. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, so let's start off in 4s. We're going to do 4 circles forward and 4 circles backwards. The other thing that I want to talk about as a mistake is only going on one side. Try not, because we all have one side that's easier than the other, okay, clockwise or anti-clockwise. But if you only work your strongest side, you'll never get good at the other side, and also you'll end up lopsided with certain movements because your muscles will be stronger in one way than the other, if that makes any sense. So please do both sides, okay? Even if it puts you off because you're not so good on one side, don't ignore it. Make it better. Okay, so let's start off with the arm. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward, 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 forward. Back, 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 back. Forward, 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 forward. Back, 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 back. Can you guess, real briefly, what it is that you're trying to do between these 2 points? Okay, you have to really pace the army and find your maximum. Okay, so here's your maximum. Well, your maximum is probably different to mine. So how far does the hips go and how far do the hips go? Okay, so that's going to be your maximum. What you have to do is figure out how to pace the armies to get to the maximum. Because if you get here too soon, you're going to be stuck here. Alright, you're going to be stuck here, right? So we want, for the purpose of this exercise at least, is to gauge it, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it. 5, 6, 7, and forward, 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 back, back. Basically, I want you to keep moving. I don't want you to stay still. 6, 7, 8, and forward, 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 back, 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 forward, 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 back, 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 back. Okay, so if you have any lower back injuries or anything, this isn't really feeling so good for you, maybe just keep it in the front and come back into the middle, okay? And maybe don't go to the back. See how you feel. So now we're going to do it in 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Off we go. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Keep the legs relaxed. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're not going crazy with the chest. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back. 2 more. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Final challenge then. 1s, singles. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Yeah? Let's try it. 5, 6, 7, and forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. So the other challenge that you have, maybe, depending on your brain, is that you don't want to be changing the circles. You could. You totally could change the circles. But I would like to try to keep the circle the same direction even when you change from forward to back and front to back and back to front. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Option, faster. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, and forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Yay! So that was your ummies going forward and back. Check out the other videos, there's loads to choose from. Also on my online classes, as I said before, if you really want to learn properly with structure and learn lots of different techniques throughout each week, then you need to do my online classes by my website instead. These are like tip videos, but on my website, the video is an hour long, each class is an hour long, and it's with me and my students. So come and be my student as well, and you come to practice with us and progress with us from one week to the next throughout the course, okay? Any questions, you can drop me an email, melissa@melissabelydance.com, or comment below and I will reply. Thank you for watching.